Hi everyone, welcome back to the Web3 channel. My name is Zach. In this video, we are looking at Polygon Studios CEO, former YouTube head of gaming, Ryan Wyatt, talking about Polygon and the future of blockchain integration. Specifically, the title we're looking at here is former YouTube head of gaming, Polygon CEO on the value of blockchain integration. Blockchain gaming is in its early stages, so there is natural volatility telling block works, but look at the alternative model for users is cash in and cash never out. Let's go to what's happening here. Ryan Wyatt first heard about NFTs when he noticed an influx of venture capital flooding into the traditional gaming space from firms and hedge funds last year. Sequoia, Tiger Global, and Andreessen Horowitz all invested millions of dollars in the gaming space in 2021 alone, especially actually in LA. They saw a lot of it, and of course I believe that YouTube is based in LA, and a lot of Wyatt's friends in the gaming space are also based in LA. How do I know this? Because I follow all of it on Twitter. Wyatt has YouTube's head of gaming for upwards of 7 years, and said he had never seen VC interest of this caliber in the industry, NFTs, and quickly caught his eye for the long-term use cases in gaming, particularly as a way to prove verifiable ownership. Last month, Wyatt joined Polygon Studios as the blockchain startup's newest CEO. Polygon is a protocol and a framework for building and connecting Ethereum-compatible blockchain networks. The company has big names with NFT artist Beeple, Dolce & Gabbana, DraftKings, and OpenSea. And let's have a look at what happened here. So, how do you think play-to-earn projects and gaming companies can ensure players stay interested without the money taking over as the player's sole interest? Blockchain gaming is in its early stages, and there is natural volatility that comes with that. When you take an open and free market like this, it comes with a lot of good and bad. But look at the alternative right now. The alternative is cash in and cash never out. I think things like having governance tokens and allowing communities to really weigh in on developer decisions, macro level decisions, and having users feel like they're a part of things can help. Over time, this could help that user build up and provide more stability. What other use cases for NFTs excite you the most? I'm sorry, this is just funny. It's like this image has been used for the past 5 years at this point, it feels like. What other cases for NFTs excite you the most right now? What emerging trends are you noticing in the space? And also, to give a bit more background, I've known of this man for the past 6-7 years. This is going to be a big year for music NFTs. You have the ability to have an NFT and put utility behind it now, whether it's discounts on tickets, meet and greets, or whatever the case may be, and that artist finally has the autonomy to do so. NFTs can create less of a reliance on big music studios and publishers. I think the music industry is fundamentally flawed and at a disadvantage to the artists. So much of the spirit of decentralization and Web3 is giving powers to users and creators. This is the opposite of a lot of the mantras of Web2. Looking at Farmville creator Zynga, they said that they will launch a blockchain-based game this year, but plan on making it a separate studio to prevent any confusion with players. Ubisoft additionally had reports of employees resigning over the possibility of having in-game NFTs. Where do you think the potential tension and desire for separation between the two comes from? There's some necessary context of why they are separating church and state inside of these companies. Objectively, there is a subsection of the gaming market that wants blockchain games, and there's a section that's trying to preserve what they love. I think all of that is okay. I think the big mistake around a lot of the polarizing conversation I'm seeing is people are thinking in absolute terms of what blockchain games are. There's a lot of things that we need to do as an industry in Web3, particularly with carbon footprints and with making sure we're addressing scams and underlying issues that are happening in the NFT market. However, what I think we'll see over time is all of these studios will aspire to launch a blockchain game. It will most likely be new intellectual property or a new franchise entirely. Studios will eventually be able to serve the total addressable market of gamers. When was the first time you heard the word NFT? Where were you? What was going through your head? It was about early last year, so somewhat fairly late compared to some really early Web3 enthusiasts, but I digress. For the first time really in the history of the gaming industry, you saw a lot of capital for video games coming from big VC firms. There are a couple of edge cases for this, but the influx of capital was pretty significant. So much of the gaming industry in the past largely came from other game publishers funding those studios. At the same time, COVID also showed how much people were spending in digital worlds, call it the metaverse, video games, or digital worlds. People were spending more time in these immersive digital environments, and so then I started to really think about what are the implications of that? What are the pros and cons? One thing that struck as a really big interest of mine was ownership. Humans love peacocking, and they have a lot of pride in showing off what they own. You already kind of see this in video games with skins, but largely players don't really own them. The arrangements that users have with game developers is their licensing, and in most cases, that item is illiquid. I became pretty enamored with this idea of digital ownership after that. What can we expect to see from Polygon in the upcoming year? You're going to start seeing us bring in big talent that comes from traditional games and big tech. I can tell you that I won't be the last one that comes over, and I think that encompasses how many individuals that are in Web 2 are excited about what the future of Web 3 can be. You're also going to start to see some of our tech rollout that we acquired in the past year, as well as more developer tool to build off of. You're going to see more partnerships that are going to continue to emerge from Polygon. Yeah, what you're seeing right here, the reason why I looked a little bit like that is because he's absolutely correct, and I'm seeing this happen myself. As someone who, yes, this channel itself is relatively small still, I literally have taken a hiatus break of a channel with 150,000 plus subscribers in Valorant, called Valorant Hub, for many reasons, but one of them is that I have seen some great opportunities in Web3 and literally have decided from going from 150,000 subscribers plus and more other channels that have 1,000 subscribers to going to a channel that started from nothing only a couple months ago. And I'm seeing other people as well who have, I don't get to where I am right now with my subscriber count on my other channels. For example, Valorant, you can see the box behind me that was sent by Riot. You don't get where you are without also speaking with other people, right? So I've spoken with many other people in the gaming space who have achieved some brilliant milestones, top of the industry milestones to be very clear. And so many of them are looking into NFTs Web3. I've definitely taken one of the biggest plunges for sure, but it's definitely happening. With that being said, this is the Web3 channel coming, everything happening from gaming, NFTs, not gaming, NFTs, metaverse, and crypto news. If you want to subscribe for anything on the list, be sure to do so. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next Web3 video.